Can we finish on the topic of faith? And you have a sticker on your laptop that it was
I think it says Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And I saw it and I walked in and I was like, whoa. You had some Bitcoin stickers too, but then I was like, this is awesome. I'm in the right place. Great. So how do you balance your theology, your faith with bioengineering, which is really about creating humans, in different ways. And how do you juxtapose those? Like what?
Well, okay. So I was raised Episcopal and I
Mhm.
always believed in God up until like 2004. I read those two books, the one by Christopher Hitchens called God Is Not Great. I don't know if you've ever read it. And then there's one by Richard Dawkins called The God Delusion. And I read those two books back to back and became an atheist for a while, very obnoxiously so, I should say. And then and then I just kind of set it aside. And then I found like in a couple of years, my faith just came back of its own accord, but more strongly. And I was more sure. And then I lost someone super close to me in a very shocking way to suicide 2.5 years ago.
Mm.
And because he had killed himself, I suddenly became super anxious. Like, is he in hell? Because this is what you vaguely hear. Like, if you kill yourself,
Mhm.
this is a cardinal sin. And I know the Catholic Church sometimes has taught that, you know, if you kill yourself, that's it. And so I just was curious about that topic. So I started researching it and like reading the Bible. And I just, had an incredible revival of my own faith based on thinking about that question.
Mhm.
And then I started to, on YouTube, there's tons of people's personal testimonials about their own faith and things they've overcome, that by all rights should have killed them.
Mhm.
But and what's astonishing is like from one moment to the next, if you ask for help in a sincere
Healing. When
way,
you ask for healing.
you ask for healing,
Yeah.
it
In full
can be
faith.
given. And whether it's an addiction
Mhm.
or a disease or, a, a habit you're not happy with, like I am just 100% certain that God is real and that he does love each one of us.
Mhm.
Um, and all he wants from us is to be in closer relationship with him. And I think it's extraordinary how that can help your personal happiness if you find it. Like I heard you were interviewed and you talked about how you kind of went from mostly secular growing up to then Jewish for a while
Mhm.
and then you became Christian and basically came to Jesus, and that's been an extraordinary journey for you.
The healing I have found uh in full faith of Jesus as savior. You can't get to that kind of healing through any other bioengineered mechanism.
I believe that. And I think if you look at the tenets of the New Testament, what Jesus taught, right? He said, "Love your God with all your heart and mind. Love your neighbor as
Mhm.
yourself," and that's pretty much it. If you can do those two things, you're doing well. That's
Yep.
what he asks. But that's an endeavor every single day
It
to be
is
good at that.
it is a daily sometimes hourly. It's the track is there. It's so easy to fall off that track of faith. It's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy when things are going good to be just full up on the hubris of it all.
You have to remember to like. That's why I think you hear a lot how people that have a gratitude practice,
Mhm.
how profoundly that positively affects their life. And
Gratitude practice without God and without Christ to me though was very like gratitude. It would like lift me up and then it would kind of evaporate.
it doesn't
It
last.
doesn't last. It evaporates